Okay, so here we are in the cockpit of the Cessna 152. We're ready for departure, and I just want to show you what we've been able to achieve. If I go to the VFR map, you'll see that the routing that we've created does actually appear on the map, so if at any point we get lost, we can refer back to this to get back to where we need to be. In addition to that, we have got the Navilog, which is what we're going to be using to help us carry out our routing today. Now, one thing to note here is that there are, as we expect, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 custom waypoints, but you'll see that it has replaced the name of custom 3 with time descent. Don't worry about this. I don't know why it does it, but we don't need to worry about it. This is effectively custom 3. Let's just remind ourselves what we're doing then. I'll go back into Bing Maps, and we're going to be flying out of runway 26. We're going to be heading southwest, following the river to the town of Kington, then northwest, following this A road to the hill, Radnor Forest, then northeast, picking up this main road again into Knighton, and then east, following the main road to this corner, then southeast to this junction, and then back to the aerodrome. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking off. We're going to be turning to the southwest on a heading of 251 for a distance of 5.9 nautical miles, which should take us 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Now this timing is based off the cruise speed of the Cessna 152, which is about 100 knots. Now clearly, because we're going to be taking off, we're not going to be starting at that speed. We have two options. We can either circle around the airfield and climb to cruise altitude and speed before heading off from overhead the airfield on our routing, or we can just proceed on course after takeoff and know that we're going to take a bit longer than 3 minutes and 17 seconds to get there. So with that said, let's get started. Now I'm flying with the Xbox controller, which is pretty good, but especially in the rudder department it is very twitchy, so please excuse any bad flying you see. Okay, let's go. Release the parking brake. Takeoff power is set. There's the twitchy rudder I spoke about. Oops. There's 50 knots. Go into the air. Try and trim for 60 knots climb. Bring those flaps up. And 500 feet we'll start our turn on course to heading 251, just a little bit left. And I'll also start the timer. I'm going to be climbing initially to about 3,000 feet. I know that because the hill we're going to be going over is about 2,000 feet, so I want to be 1,000 feet above that. Okay, so remember we're going to be looking for the town straight ahead, which should be along the river. Now, even if I go into the raised position, it's quite hard to see ahead. And in real life this is a problem, but it is easier in real life because you can more easily move your head around the cockpit to see what's going on. So I don't think it's cheating at all to use the external views, which we'll use now. So I've come a bit left, we should be on a heading of 251, and you can see just there on the right is the river we want to follow. And then down here should be Kington. So I'll keep climbing up to 3,000 feet and we'll head down to Kington, following this river. Okay, we're just reaching the top of climb now. I'll trim it out to 3,000 feet. I'll reduce the mixture slightly. And set cruise power. Keep trimming. So we go to the external view, you'll see that having followed that river on the bearing we said, we are just about over Kington now. It said we should take 3 minutes and 17 seconds, but as I say, because we were climbing out of takeoff, it has taken us a little bit longer. That's no problem at all. Once we're overhead, I'll turn onto our next leg. Let's keep trimming out. So we're pretty much over the town now. This is our waypoint 1. Our next waypoint is in a bearing of 309 degrees, 6.8 miles, 3 minutes 49 seconds. So I shall pause and I'll fix this connection problem just quickly. Okay, so as I say, I'm going to turn right to 309 degrees, 3 minutes 49 seconds. I shall reset the clock, start that now. And so here we are as 309, and if you remember we said we'd be following the main road to the northwest. If I go to the outside view, here's the main road, coming out of Kington. So we're following that, out the northwest, up into the hill up there. So I can see that there's some cloud ahead. I'm gonna, even though I set the cloud base to be a bit higher, I'm gonna just descend below that, maybe 2,500 feet. So we can still see this main road here, just going around to the left. There's the town just to the south of the hill, and I guess this is our hill we're looking for here. Just keep trimming out. There's a quarry that we missed, obviously. There we are, following this main road northwest, up to the hill. There's that main road. So here we are, just about over the centre of the hill, and you can see there's this very deep cut in it. I think that was on the map. It's quite represented here. This is Radnor Forest, and we've arrived at 3 minutes 45, which is pretty good, pretty close to 3:49. So I'll pause this, reset it. Our next is over to heading of 051 for 5.1 miles, 2 minutes 52. So let's start that. Turning over to heading of 051. And if you remember, on this leg we were planning on picking up a main road leading into Knighton. So I think I can see right ahead there a main road going through this valley, and I guess Knighton's up here somewhere. But it should take us 2 minutes 52 to get there. Quite bumpy over the hill. So we can see then this main road follows around here, and I think that must be Knighton just there on heading of 251. Excuse me, 051. Here we are at 2 minutes 52, not quite overhead Knighton, but it's clearly straight ahead. We'll continue until we're overhead Knighton, then we'll make our right turn to 090. Here we are overhead Knighton. I'm going to pause and reset this, going on to our next leg, heading of 090, 5.9 miles, 3 minutes 19 seconds. Let's start. And if you remember from the map, we're expecting to follow a main road and a river, and there they are. So here's heading 090 coming up, and we're following this main road and this river to the corner. So we're following this road and this river to the corner. If I look straight ahead, I can pretty much see where this road bends round to the left. Unfortunately the draw distance doesn't quite show me all the details I need from here, but that's okay, we'll just keep going, and the simulator will draw them in due course. So here we are, here's the, if you remember on the map, there was this corner of the road here, this is drawn out here. This should be our waypoint 4. And we're arriving at about 3 minutes time. So it's a bit early, but we are going slightly fast, so that's okay. We'll turn right now to 165, to waypoint 5. 5.1 miles, 2 minutes 52. Trying to get too low. And again, we're following this main road down to the airfield. So these timings, they've not been quite right for us today. I have had them pretty close on before. I guess it's because I'm distracted and not looking at the speed and altitude as closely as I should. But they're not supposed to be that precise. They're just to give you an idea of when you should be seeing something on your route that you expect, so that you can calibrate whether you're on course or not. So we're following this main road just here, all the way down, till we get to a junction just to the right of which should be the airfield, so I expect it should be coming to view around... oh, there it is. See. So we can clearly see the main road continuing straight ahead. At some point there will be a road coming across it, and that's where we turn right at the airfield. But given that I can see the airfield now, I'm going to start my descent. It looks like this is the crossroads we were looking for here. Going down from this town across the river. So this should be our waypoint 5, and it looks like we're going to be arriving at around, well, pretty much on time. I expected 2 minutes 52, looking at 2 minutes 45 maybe. So I'll get this out of the way now, we don't need any more. We've got the airfield in sight just to our right. Looks like I need to descend quite a bit more. Mixture full rich. Start trimming up. Take our first notch of flaps. Thanks to Rich, landing lights on. Landing flaps. Still a bit high. Oops. There we are on the puppies. Cut the power of the threshold. There we go. Brilliant. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was our planning and executing a VFR flight. If you have any questions, please leave them as a comment on the video or on the subreddit post, on the Reddit post that I'll place. I'll try to add in some timestamps for the different events if you want to go back and see those. Otherwise, if I think of something good, I'll make another one. So I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye bye.